Russian investigators are tightening the net around what they describe as a coordinated assassination attempt on a senior military intelligence commander. The Federal Security Service says the plot against Lieutenant General Vladimir Alexeyev was not an isolated act, but a structured operation involving handlers, payments, routes, and accomplices across multiple countries. According to the FSB, Lyubomir Korba, the alleged shooter, was recruited months in advance and activated under direct instructions. Investigators say the order to kill General Alexeyev was issued in December 2025, pointing to premeditation rather than impulse and elevating the case into the realm of organized intelligence activity. Authorities say Korba's movements reveal a deliberate escape plan. He allegedly left Russia on the eve of the attack, flying from Moscow to Istanbul before later reaching Dubai. From there, investigators claim his intended route was Romania and then Kyiv, an itinerary the FSB presents as evidence of external coordination.
In August 2025, I was recruited by the security service and sent to the city of Moscow for further surveillance of the objects and people who sent me a phone call. I was paid $2,000 per month for each job. In December, I received an order to liquidate General Alexeyev. For this task, I was promised to pay $30,000. After the attempted murder, I was told to go to the airport and board a plane to Dubai, where there was another ticket to Romania. From Romania, I had to go to Kyiv. In Kyiv, I had to meet a team of generals who gave me tasks.
The investigation also details sustained financial support. Russian officials say Korba received monthly payments of $2,000 from Kyiv-linked special services, while investigators earlier cited a larger promised reward for completing the attack. This, they argue, underscores a long-term operational relationship rather than a one-off inducement. Poland now features prominently in the allegations. The FSB claims Polish special services assisted Ukraine by facilitating Korba's recruitment, allegedly using his son, a Polish citizen, as a conduit. Warsaw has not publicly responded to the claim, which significantly broadens the diplomatic and security implications of the case. The attempted assassination itself was swift and violent. Investigators say General Alexeyev was shot at least 3 times with a suppressed Makarov pistol. The weapon was later recovered, and forensic teams have launched extensive examinations as authorities work to reconstruct every stage of the attack.
I am Vasily Viktoropavlovich, born on 10/05/1959. I would like to inform you that my friend Korvo Lyubomir Mikhailovich has arrived in Moscow on a mission of the Special Service of Ukraine to eliminate Lieutenant General Alexeyev. He turned to me with a request to provide him with assistance in Syria, temporary residence of a conspiratorial apartment, and acquisition of travel documents in the city of Moscow, about which I sincerely repent.
Russian officials say the alleged network extended beyond a single gunman. One accomplice, Viktor Vasin, was detained in Moscow and charged with attempted murder and illegal firearms trafficking. Another suspected accomplice, Zinaida Serebritskaya, is believed to have fled to Ukraine and has been placed on federal and international wanted lists.
The Investigative Committee of Russia, in cooperation with the FSB and the Ministry of Internal Affairs of Russia, has identified 3 people involved in the assassination of the first Deputy Chief of Staff of the General Staff of the Russian Armed Forces, Lieutenant General Vladimir Alexeyev. In the shortest possible time, the accomplice to this crime, Viktor Vasin, was detained on the territory of the Moscow region. He was charged with incitement to the life of a serviceman and illegal use of firearms. In addition, Zenaida Serebretskaya, who left the territory of Ukraine, was also identified. The person who left the territory of Russia and flew to the United Arab Emirates. This is a native of the Ternopil region of the Ukrainian SSR, now a citizen of the Russian Federation, Lubomir Korba, born in 1960. As a result of the measures taken by the FSB, the Ministry of Internal Affairs of Russia, and the investigators of the Investigative Committee, as well as by the competent bodies of the United Arab Emirates, the person was detained and brought to the Russian Federation. It has been established that Korba arrived in Moscow at the end of December last year on behalf of the Special Services of Ukraine to commit the terrorist attack. The investigation has carried out a thorough inspection at the scene of the incident, during which the weapon of the crime, the Makarov system pistol with the installed silencer and 3 cartridges, was found. More than 15 forensic examinations have been appointed, including genetic, dactyloscopic, trachological, molecular genetic, physicochemical, and a number of others. The establishment of all circumstances and the search for the organizers of the crime continues.
With interrogation footage released and extradition images made public, investigators say the case is far from over. The FSB reports that Korba has expressed remorse, even as authorities continue to trace organizers and handlers behind the plot. Moscow is framing the investigation as a warning. It views the attack not as a crime of opportunity, but as a cross-border security operation now under full exposure.